In this video, I'm going to go through 8 different ways I consistently sell my group program. And just so you're aware, the structure I use for my group program, I have a group program that's running all the time. It's like the backbone of my business. And I typically enroll a client a week. Kind of my goal is to enroll 5 clients a month. And I have those 5 clients join that one program that forms the backbone. So, what I wanted to say, first of all, that in order for kind of my strategy to work, I run ads in an evergreen fashion. And by that, I mean I run ads all the time. Now, I don't necessarily aim to convert people that are just finding out about me straight away, but I do convert a good number. Like more and more, I find as my credibility in this area has grown, I have people find me, go down my funnel, and buy from me straight away. So, those people that are downloading your ad, like downloading your freebie on an ad because they need your help straight away, we want to give them the option to buy straight away. So the second way I sell is actually in my freebie itself. I wouldn't say I get like tons and tons of calls and leads from this strategy, but I know in the like in 2023, for example, I enrolled at least 5 clients from this strategy. So for me, it's no extra work to in my freebie have a call to action that basically says, hey, if you've read this and you're really curious as to support and you meet these criteria, you can get into my calendar and chat to me about it right here. And I invite them to book a 15-minute call. That's not a sales call. It's like a best fit call. I look at I look at your business and see what's working and what's not, and basically establish whether I can help or not. So the second place I sell straight away is in that freebie. The third way I consistently sell my group program is from my welcome sequence. Now, this is automated, and this is one of the pieces that when my clients get set up is a real game changer for them. Typically, what I find with people's welcome sequences is they write them ages ago. They're not really leading the client anywhere. They might build trust, they might be nice, they might show your point of view, but they're not super strategic. Mine's super strategic. So it's a 30-day sequence. And in those 30 days, I am very heavily directing my now buyers, those 10% of people that are ready to take action now, to take the next step. I'm showing them that I get results. I'm showing who I am and a bit of my personality. And really importantly, I'm demonstrating my point of view. And there are numerous occasions for people to take action in that sequence. In particular, I get a lot of leads off my case study one, where I talk about a client, where they were struggling with launching, how we made their program evergreen. And I get like a consistent flow of leads of people responding back to that email, asking for more information just from that automated welcome sequence. When I get a lead, someone raises their hand and says, cool, I'd like some more information. I then have different ways that I sell. And this partly depends on my energy. So one thing, the strategy I often use is I send them to a 20-minute explainer video. Now, the reason I have that in place is because my approach and what I think Evergreen is and the steps that I think you need to take and what my solution is going to suit some people and not others. So rather than get everyone on a sales call and have to explain it to them, especially if people are newer to me, that 20-minute explainer video is a really nice kind of watch this, let me know what you think. And if it's a good fit, you can book a call directly on that page. So that's one of the steps I have in place. The next one is people can book a 15-minute call. Now, the way I run my sales strategy, I moved to this a couple of years ago, is 15 minutes calls to a 45-minute call. Now, I used to just run hour-long sales calls. The benefit of an hour-long sales call is you have lots of time to go deep. But the downside is you can end up wasting quite a lot of your time and like in your calendar with people that aren't a good fit, aren't qualified, even if you try and do a really good fit to a job to qualify on the form before they even book the call. So the 15-minute to 45-minute call strategy basically means I can chat to 15 minutes to qualify and just check if we're a good fit. And then if we are, I'd put them through to a 45-minute call, or I can say, oh, I've got like a smaller offer I sell on a Google Doc, and I can then send them that offer after that call rather than spending like more time on a call when it's just not necessary. Now, you can book that 15-minute call on my website. It's pretty much the only thing you can do on that website. I also have it in my welcome sequence. And then I also send specific emails throughout the month pushing that call, saying, do you want to book the call type thing? The other thing I send to do, if someone raises their hand, is I get them to tell me a little bit more about them, and I then invite them to a call. And to do that, I have a sell by chat script. Now, what sell by chat is, very simply, is you getting strategic about the way you have a conversation with someone when they ask for more information. So if someone says, Gemma, I'm interested in more information, I'm interested in working with you, can you tell me more? Rather than saying, yes, let's just get a call, or yes, here's the sales page, for example, I actually have a chat with them and say, great, are you okay if I ask you a couple of questions to check that I'm a good fit to help you before I send you a load of information that might not be relevant? And then I have a script that qualifies them, but also builds connection and showcases my expertise. So use sell by chat and then can either invite them to a call or send them a Google Doc. Now, I am such a big fan of using Google Docs instead of sales pages. The reason being, firstly, when people write sales pages, they often become their most salesy self. They're really aware that they're writing sales copy. And so they're like, let's sell the program. These are the problems you're having. Here's where you want to be. And they go into this sort of a vibe that kills your sales conversions, right? And the conversion rates of sales pages are so incredibly low. Now, what's different with a Google Doc, you might be thinking? Firstly, it's just way more casual. So when you write a Google Doc and you just focus on explaining your point of view from the problem to the solution and writing the logistics without all of this hype and sales language, I actually find these convert way better. The other thing with a Google Doc is you have to be in a conversation with someone to give it to them. So rather than just driving traffic to a sales page and you never really know who the lead is, with a Google Doc, we use sell by chat and then send them the Google Doc and say, great, it sounds like from what you said, you could be a really good fit. Here's the document. So the next thing I use quite often is Loom videos. So if somebody raises their hand and says, like this is up here, and says, hey, Gemma, I'm interested in more information, I'm just going to show you how I combine these strategies. So they raise their hand and say, can I have, that's a terrible hand, but you get the point. Can I have some more information? I then use sell by chat. We have a script that we follow and we say, sure, I'd love to share more information with you. Mind if I ask you 3 quick questions just to check you're a good fit? Ask them the 3 questions. If they are qualified, I then record them a Loom video and I say, hey, and they've got my face on the screen, so it builds connection. And I say, hey, based on what you said here and here, I actually think we could potentially be a really good fit to work together. Next step is I would love to hop on a 15-minute call with you and have a chat further. Or sometimes if they're super qualified and I know they're a good fit, I go straight to my 45-minute call. So these are just using different strategies to build connection and have me speak to the right people. I said I was going to share 8, but I've actually got 9. My next strategy is an application page. I've been testing this one recently. This is, for example, recently I ran a workshop series and I wanted just to heavily qualify before getting on a call with people. So on this application page, it basically says, hey, if you want help with this, we could be a great fit to work together. Here's the process. You need to fill in this application. I'm then going to review your application and get back to you and let you know if I think I can help. And if we are, we'll hop on a call. And I do application to Loom video to call. I've got even more strategies to share with you. Number 2 is a monthly workshop. And 10A is a 3-part workshop series. If I am just running my ads all the time, where's my pen? If I'm just running my ads all the time, that fills my email list. And once they're on my email list, they get a welcome sequence. But then I email them twice a week after that welcome sequence. So my email list are really heavily nurtured. And if anybody asks for more information, I have these strategies that I can implement in order to sell them into my group program. Then on top of that, I implement these 2 things. Now, when you run workshops is basically allowing your on the fence buyers, those people that are interested but maybe haven't taken the jump, to take a step closer to you. So every single month, I run a workshop and I cycle through different topics. And this allows me to heavily show people my process, how I work, what my point of view is, and invite them to take the next step, which might be a call, might be an application. Then twice a year, I run a longer 3-part workshop series and I put more kind of marketing effort into filling this one. Whereas my monthly workshops might have, say, 200 signups, my 3-part workshop series typically have 600 to 700 people in them because we run ads to it and I heavily promote it to my list. These two pieces are conversion pieces aimed at supercharging my lead flow, getting even more people to apply for my program or ask me for more information. Okay, so there you have 10 different ways, let me zoom out, that I sell my group program. Let me just come to the questions and see if I can answer any of them. Janaya says, if they're a good fit, why not just go straight to offer the sale? I say this because sometimes myself, I'm ready to buy instantly and I don't. Cool. Yeah, it's a great question, Janaya. So let me come to you, see here. So if somebody's a great fit, I can just send them to my sales page. But firstly, I'm quite protective of who I let in my group program. It's an intimate group of kind of 20 to 40 people. And sometimes people aren't always an energetic fit for the program. So I like to personally chat to people before. Also, it depends on your price point and how well people know you. So if you have a higher ticket program, you're always going to convert better on a call versus a sales page. It's so easy for people to go to a sales page and not take action. So I just find, after testing it for years, that my conversion rate on calls is miles ahead of my conversion rate on, say, my Google Doc. When people do my workshop series, they come out of that so qualified because they've been with me for a week. I've really been able to build upon that learning, and they're often ready to buy now. And when we have a call, they're just like, I'm pretty much ready to go. We just have a brief chat and they sign up. But that's just my personal process. If you've qualified them and they're ready to buy, you could, of course, send them straight to the offer. I hope that makes sense. So I hope that was useful. If you have any questions at all, please just comment below and I'll be more than happy to answer them. Thanks for watching.